We're live. We're live.
Don't say that. We're live.
We're live. This is happening. We're live right now. Oh my gosh. It's making me watch a ad on my own video. That sucks. Oh well. That rarely happens, man. That rarely happens. That's not something that normally when I click on my own video, it just plays. It's rare. Oh, you know why? Because I'm in another account. That makes more sense now.
There you go. Yeah.
I'd be smarter on what you're working with, you know?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to close out. I don't think anybody's joined us yet. I could be wrong. Oh, it says 5 viewers. Okay, I lied. I totally just lied just now. Greg is in here. I'm in here. So we're the first 2 viewers. It's just you and me, man. Looks like we're doing this. Actually, I think Canadian Drone Hub might be live right now.
Yes.
I think Drone Network might be live right now as well, and RC Crazy might be live right now.
I don't think that. I think they were live earlier. I think the only one that's live right now is Canadian Drone Hub, from what I saw.
And they got Val. Oh, we got 4 people in here. All right, well, you guys all know Greg, I believe. Greg Swirlybird. Say hello, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Me and Greg have decided to do the show. This is the first time I've been back on for Drone Tales in quite a while here. And we didn't exactly have a super amount of time to prepare for this just because I've been doing quite a bit of stuff. But I do have some topics that I definitely want to cover today. Greg was not really privy to any of this, so he's going to be jumping in as he can here. And I'm going to monitor live chat. I'm sure you are too. What's up, Jerry Haynes? What's going on, bro?
Sometimes drone worship treats me like a mushroom. Sometimes drone worship treats me like a mushroom.
Like a mushroom?
You know what a mushroom is, right?
No.
Keep them in the dark and feed them crap.
Oh, man. I do kind of do that sometimes. However,
I'm just teasing, bro. I'm just teasing.
We had a better plan because either we were going to get Kelly from Ready Set Drone, who ended up getting all of a sudden really busy, as well as Dustin Danil. And then Frequent Flyer just doesn't respond to people. So I guess we dropped him out. I was going to invite E-Drone, but he was doing some kind of giveaway earlier, and I didn't get a chance to get back to him. So it's just me and Greg, our beautiful faces on the screen for you tonight, talking about a bunch of crazy stuff. So we're going to do that. Huh?
I am down.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 9 people in here. We're going to cover a range of topics. Some of this I found really amusing, so let me pull up some of these pages that I saved. Greg, you might actually find this first one really amusing.
Let me say hello to everybody while you're pulling that up. Hello, okay. Jerry Haynes. Hello, Lon0218. Hello, Orlando. Thanks for stopping by.
Let's see here. This is good. Okay. So looking into current drone news, I found this I don't know if it's really news. I guess it is, or more of just talk of what this company might do. Everybody knows IBM. You're aware of IBM. You know what they do. They've been around a very long time. They're a computer-based company.
Right.
IBM says they want to file for a patent for a coffee delivery drone. Okay. Have you heard about this yet?
No.
Okay. This is some interesting stuff here. It says a new patent for IBM could bring the meaning of instant coffee. The patent describes a drone that could detect when a person is tiring and fly over a cup of coffee on demand. So no need to worry if yours is one on the street corner with a Starbucks. Okay, so it goes into further detail about this scanning thing. It says scanning people using one or more sensors connected to the UAV, which identifies an individual among the people that may have predetermined cognitive state based on sensor data and fly the UAV to the individual that may have this predetermined cognitive state and deliver the drink. It goes into more of this, blah, blah, blah college stuff, which we're not really going to touch on, but it says IBM scenario offers multiple options for coffee delivery. This whole thing sounds funny, but it's real. They're actually doing this. It says that the drone is hoping to have the capabilities of the drone would be able to detect the barometers of the person's energy, such as blood pressure, pupil dilation, and facial expressions, and then give them a caffeinated boost as a result. The metrics could be tracked through Fitbit-style devices worn by the person. So essentially, this could be somebody outside, inside of a building. I'm not sure what the aim is for this. You know, it's an interesting concept. I just don't know, like, is a DJI just going to deploy inside the office and fly over to some, you know, Fitbit that's having a fit at the time and drop off a coffee for them? How do you think this is supposed to play out?
We'll take that one step further. So people are going to be constantly monitored. Yeah, I can't ever see that getting abused.
Right. Ever.
Ever.
It would never happen. There's never. Not in the history of everything. Yeah, no. Okay.
So there's dumb, and then there's dumb.
Right. Exactly. I couldn't help reading this earlier without laughing numerous times. So that's why I kind of chose a couple of these topics tonight, because some of these I think are just above and beyond what drones really should be used for. Like, couldn't you just have somebody just walk around like, hey, your pupils are dilated, your Fitbit's sounding off, would you like a coffee? Why do we have to just look for more reasons to get drones caught up in things they don't need to be in? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the principle of this. It's a neat idea. I think the concept is fun if you had maybe a massive gym that everybody worked in where it had some fly room, and you know, but I don't see most office spaces having these things. And I'm sure most people probably don't work on a patio where a drone could, you know, fly up to the top of the skyscraper and bring you a coffee or something, you know. So that was one that I found very interesting from IBM. The second one here is, let's see here. Now, this one I found intriguing, and it's rare that I get intrigued by something, but this one is good. It says, this battery-filled drone can fly for 2 hours straight. It is the size of a DJI Phantom 3. Okay. This was made by Impossible Aerospace. It took a battery-first approach when designing its US-1 drone. Have you heard about this thing?
No.
Okay. It looks funky. It looks like a very small version of a DJI product. Within reason, it almost looks like a toy, but it's not, because the whole chassis is covered in very light plastic, and it's constructed in such very slim members of. I'm going to see if I can pull this up so you guys can see it a little bit here. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 sec. I'm going to do a little screen sharing. Entertain them for 1 sec, Greg, because I want to show them this.
Well, I want to read Jerry Haynes' comment. Hey, okay. I forgot the company, but they are offering a drone transponder between $1,500 and $2,000. Get yours while they last. They work with the DJI app. Yeah, okay. No.
Oh my gosh. All right. Do I have to input? I think I have to import my mobile bookmarks. Here we go. Okay. Let me skip down. Yeah, here we go. All right. Let me pop this up. And there we go. Make sure you guys are still here.
UL Adamus was asking if we went to Riot Rampage. I know I didn't go to Riot Rampage.
I don't honestly even know what that is. What is that?
That was kind of a flight fest of Rotor Riot people, and they hosted, you know, an FPV flight fest basically. I think it was in South Carolina last week.
Let me cover this because I think a lot of people are confused by what I do. I fly everything, but I don't get into watching people like Mr. Steele and, you know, all these other FPV pilots. I really don't get into them. I am the type of person that would rather build the community than watch somebody that's already large. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, what is happening here? Something is playing. Hold on a sec. Block? I don't know what just happened. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Something just ran.
Sterling wants a drone that he can recharge the battery while in flight with a laser. A laser.
That actually sounds kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds pretty cool. All right, I got this battery thing pulled up. I don't know what I was saying. I don't watch Rotor Riot. I don't watch any of those guys. I don't watch Mr. Steely. I don't watch any of them. I want to build a community up, not worry about what the big people are already doing. You know, that's my aim here. So no, I don't follow any of those guys.
Very noble goal.
Uh-huh.
That's a very noble goal.
Yeah. All right. I think this is how you screen share. It has been forever since I've done this. Ah, there we go. All right. Can you see there?
I can see a whole bunch of screens.
Excellent. Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the thing I was talking about here. This is battery filled drone can fly for 2 hours straight. This is such a weird design. It's like the whole thing is a gigantic battery. They do a breakdown segment of this, but this is actually being aimed more at law enforcement, military. Like this is the aspect of this thing. See the concept design here. If I can, I don't know if I can zoom in on this. I think I can. No, I lied. Okay. Well, can you still see that? You're good there, Greg. This whole thing is like
I can
batteries.
See. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like just a gigantic battery that they paint. They put a very tiny plastic coating over it, but apparently it does have quite a few sensors. I'm not sure if they were talking about a camera system on it. I know that it does have like obstacle avoidance sensors and stuff like that. But they say this is the future of electric drones right here. The concept, this apparently, when they were building this, Tesla and a few other designers actually had their input on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got quite a few good minds working on this project, apparently. They're trying to get an electric drone to fly as long as like a 2-gallon gas tank drone could for half the size, half the weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where this company was going with this. So this might actually be the future of drones. I know that they were talking about integrating that new battery. You remember what it was? Like lithium polymer mixed with some kind of steel something, and they were talking about like 45 to hour flight times out of one battery.
I do remember that.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that concept applies here. Obviously, if Tesla's involved, they've got their own thing going on. But I just thought this was a very unique looking drone because it is brushless. Even though, you know, the main picture looks like a toy, it's definitely a brushless drone.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even see where the flight controller is. I'm assuming it's somewhere here in the middle. But obviously, they're not giving many details away on this thing. You know, SpaceX was involved and Tesla, so this thing's probably pretty still under wraps. And especially if it, you know, if it veers towards more military than you know, commercial market or consumer market, then probably never see the likes of this thing again. But you know, it's a neat concept. I think I would love to see this brought to the rest of the drone world. Let's see. Oh, I'm back. Hey.
Hi there.
Yeah. Hey. What's going on, man?
But you know, in general, I think the battery situation is not that far off from really going upward. You know, like really taking a stride to you know, almost doubling the flight time based on what we got now.
Right.
I mean, because lithium polymers is kind of an older technology. It's been around for quite a while. As far as
I agree with that.
Yeah. So,
I mean, as far as like output, I think that lithium-ion batteries actually have longer durations than LiPo. LiPo is more for performance based of instant power push. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why it worked.
Yeah.
Right. That's why it worked so well for the RC cars, the high-powered boats, this stuff like that. And then they kind of integrated it over to the flying world of RC helicopters and planes. And but I think honestly, lithium-ion batteries are so much lighter and they have so much, you know, longer run times. The problem is
the power draw, like you said.
What's that?
The power draw, like you said, right?
Yeah, the power draw is the real issue here, that you'll never get that kind of heavy-duty power out of a lithium-ion pack that you will out of a polymer. Polymer, you can set the discharge rate for what you want it as, whereas lithium-ion has to draw really slow. So there was some guy and I'm sure you've seen this video, Greg, there was a guy that built, he called it a lion pack for the Solo. Did you ever see that? Out of like 8 650 batteries.
Right.
He built Lion pack, and I guess he got like 23 minutes of flight time fully loaded. But I think if I remember reading through the comments, he was saying that even though he got a pretty good flight time fully loaded, the issue that he was running into was that anytime he would try to put it under too much power load, you know what I'm saying? It would try to draw that power to go faster. It would end up like conking out because it didn't have the voltage to keep up with the discharge rate, and then it would just fall out of the sky, which is why we don't use, lithium ion for a lot of flying stuff.
Right.
So I don't know, but I mean, I hope that at some point batteries do evolve in the near future here, because I would love to see longer flight times. 25 minutes is pretty good, but I would love to see a half hour to 40 minutes consistent between drones. You know what I mean? Not just, you got to buy a high-end drone to be able to get this kind of flight time. I would rather a battery procedure come out that, most drones get this kind of flight time based on these batteries. So that's my opinion.
Yeah. Quads Ahmad saying lithium ion can be run down at 2.85. I'm assuming he means volts, but you need at least double the capacity to have the burst of the LiPo.
Exactly.
So that's double the size, and then you start to get into diminishing returns with output versus weight.
Right. Yeah, weight versus power. Absolutely.
Weight versus power. Yeah. UL is saying that sodium solid state sounds good. I haven't really heard about that.
I didn't really look into that. I was looking into graphene more than anything. Those graphene battery designs, they super capacitor batteries, I guess is where I was going with that.
Okay.
And I don't know if that technology died off or they just don't find that it's, mass producible, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm looking for here. I think it might be too costly to mass produce these little small super capacitors. But I think the idea at one point was to see if they could put them in every cell phone so you could instantly charge your phone. You know what I'm saying? Plug it in, it would just take an instant charge. And then, but I don't know if that was ever a feasible option. But I thought they were trying for that to replace LiPos. But I guess something happened then and then. So I don't know, man. I really haven't been looking too much into the battery scene. Well, I can't say that because that's all we've been working on with the 3DR Solo. But I mean, there's not enough technology out there. Greg, what do you think? You think we'll ever actually get more than like an 18-minute flight time out of the Solo consistently with the way batteries are?
Not without new technology.
Right, and that's where I'm at.
18's the max.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
Unless you can figure out how to drastically reduce the weight of it.
Truth. Yeah, and get the power punch still for the longevity. Absolutely. I am tired of seeing those comments, by the way. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like, why don't we just stick a 10,000 mAh battery on it, man? Well, yeah, because it wasn't already a flying brick. Let's make it a heavier flying brick.
Well, you're also dealing with the same people that are always going to ask, hey, can you put a Hero 7 on the gimbal and will it work? Yeah, if you like zip tie it to it, maybe it'll work.
This is so true. This is so true. Oh my gosh, dude. I see those comments all the time. Actually, and that's I think that's why I like the third party so much. Yeah, you're losing some functionality, but you can run the newer cameras. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may not get full control over it, but Israel Benelli, I think, is that his name? Benella?
Yeah.
Such a hard name to pronounce, bro. I think he's working on trying to get the Storm 32 set up to work with the 7 and have full controls over it. And I guess he's making some headway. So that would be super cool if we could actually offer that.
Yeah.
Well, not we, him. He would offer that.
Only thing worse is when they say, can the 3DR do a GoPro 7?
You know what? Have we even seen anybody try it? I assume it works just because of the HDMI output. It's just sending out an out signal through HDMI as long as it has micro HDMI.
There are some videos.
Are there?
Mounted on the fixed mount, the Hero 7 to the Solo.
Okay, so it is working through HDMI.
Yeah, so and with the super stabilization, it actually looks pretty good.
See, and that's why I was saying I don't think it matters if you bought a crappy gimbal. If you turn on stabilization and turn on the little cheap $40 gimbal and have controls of up and down, I think it'll look very good and you can run newer cameras.
Yeah, it's just one solder, right? I mean, you just got to solder one wire.
Pin 14.
Control.
Pin 14, channel 6, activate that parameter. Put it as bypass or pass through, and then put it as 0 on the parameter for tower and save it, and you'll have tilt controls. So, yeah, that's a definite Definite, man. That needs to happen. We need more people. Maybe I just need to do that. I need to invest in a Hero 7 and another solo with a cheap gimbal and just show people that it is possible. It does work. Stop complaining. But every time I do that, I get so much hatred, man. I will never figure that out for the life of me.
Haters got to be haters, bruh.
All right, man. I was saving this, but are you ready? Are you ready for the Zino?
I'm ready. Give me the pile of crap that is Hubsan.
For those of you guys who don't know, me and Greg are not major fans of Hubsan. And Sam, the CEO of Hubsan, if you're watching, shame on you, sir. You should really be focusing on the consumer market. Greg. All right, we're going back to screen share mode. And we're going to go ahead and pull this up.
I love it. I love it. Sterling says, say no to Zino.
Say no to Zino. Bye, Felicia Zino. The first thing I want to laugh about here is we all know that Hubsan's been around for a long time. And as you can see, they have this Indiegogo campaign in front of us here. Okay. You are a monster drone company at this point. You have sold probably excess of 500,000 501Ss. I mean, you have so much money at this point from selling these little cheap $250 drones that I cannot even imagine why you would need to start a crowdfunding Indiegogo campaign to produce a new drone. Okay, unless there's something going on with your company and you're failing where you would need crowdfunding to support your new drone build. So right out the hole, I already think this is a goofball thing. Next, they say they're only going to produce 500 of them. 50 have already been bought by backers, and they're only going to make 500 of these. So that's such low numbers, I really don't understand why they even did it in the first place. Okay. The other side of this is, I'm not going to play their videos, obviously, because me and Hubsan don't get along. That's the last thing I need. But I will tell you this. They are trying to say this is as good as the Mavic. It's got a Mavic-style controller. But if you read through this, you will notice that the camera may shoot in 4K and be able to tilt up and down. But once again, with Hubsan, you get older technology. It is not stabilized. It does not have a 3-axis gimbal. It is a set focus camera. Again, this company refuses to be pushed forward with their innovation. They want to just stay under the radar for some reason. I will never understand their need to stay under the radar so much. I can't. They have not put out any drone yet other than the Hubsan X4 Pro that has a gimbal with stabilized footage. But the only reason it stabilizes is because of the gimbal. Why aren't these people looking at Parrot? Why aren't they trying to figure out how to get these things over to Linux base? Why do they keep offering 5.8 birds when they should be, focusing now on Wi-Fi, good streaming capability? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it's more expensive, but man, it's just, if any of you have ever experienced a Hubsan drone, and I know, Greg, you know about this, 5.8 is great if you're an FPV pilot flying a race drone. You need that instant look at what I'm seeing now kind of footage. When I'm flying GPS, I don't care if it's Wi-Fi or not. I can deal with a 1/2 second delay or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing close counters flying like I am with FPV. Right. So I will never really understand their need to put 5.8 on everything. Now, this is the first drone. Ooh, I take that back. Didn't they do the 501A or something? Where that was Wi-Fi?
Yes.
And so now they're finally pushing into this realm of Wi-Fi, but they're not stabilizing the footage. They just put a really good camera on it with tilt functions. I don't see $299 as being a good price point. I would rather pay $350 and have a gimbal and not buy the Spark if this has the capabilities of a 25-minute flight time. I would rather have them put the investment into a decent camera setup. Otherwise, it makes this pointless. It's just a glorified Wi-Fi version of a 501S.
Right.
That's how I look at this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really And if you read
half-assed, you know, why bother? You know,
right.
what market are you trying to reach here?
Exactly. Exactly. So there's so much misinformation here as well. Like I've been reading through some of these sites and like this guy's got it all wrong. This guy was like, "Oh, this just tells you how much really hasn't been defined yet." This thing, by the way, is still in I don't want to say beta, but it's definitely still in some form of beta. He's got like this is all wrong. 2.5K. They said they'd be lucky if it even reached 1K. 20 minutes of flight time. Apparently, the company's saying that's baloney. It's going to get 25 minutes of flight time. Top speed, 60 kilometers an hour. I'll be very curious if it actually hits 60K. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's pretty impressive for a
about 38 miles per hour.
Huh?
That's about 38 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's
39.
Just scooting along. That's definitely Mavic speeds. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So, and then this guy goes on to say drone camera 2K, motors brushless, broad video broadcast is. See, now here's where it took a turn again, where none of these people have accurate information. Camera and FPV video broadcast video to the console is 5.8 gigahertz. That's not right. So I don't know, man. I'm going through all these links. There's just so much misinformation about this thing. And I hate to speculate, but Hubsan, why would you ever need to do an Indiegogo with the size and amount of products you've previously sold to this? Who was this drone for? What was the market you were aiming for with this? Because obviously, if there's that much interest, why would you only produce 500 of them? You know, I really don't understand what they were going for here. So I have to take a good minute to laugh about this because everybody thought they were going to mass produce this drone, and that does not look like that is the case at all. So for those of you that were considering buying the Zino, you better jump on it now because they're only making 1,000. 50 of them have sold. Good luck.
Yeah. John C. mentions that, you know, at that price range, he would recommend saving up a little more and getting a P3 standard. The only problem is P3 standards, they don't sell them anymore, I don't believe, unless you buy them secondhand.
Okay. Well, I guess that's true.
Or
but
refurb. They don't sell them new anymore.
But you know, out of all of the DJI products that are out there, the P3 standard was my favorite because it was so easy to modify. Yep. It was so simple. Like it was like the Solo. It was like
almost open source. Yeah. Yeah. It was almost open source, right?
Right. It was so close to being open source that you could really actually start tampering with a lot of the settings inside of it and not be held back by restrictions. The only thing I hated is that whenever you would do a software patch or something like that, and they would come up with a new update, it would remove the software patches that you already had. So you had to install the new update and then go back and redo the software patches, which was kind of annoying. That's why I said proprietary. Nobody ever understands me when I say proprietary base versus open source. Open source, it's done. When it's done, it's done. That's it. You've put it on there. It's on there for good no matter what updates come from now. Whereas proprietary, you install that and then they send you a thing and it I don't know, man. Greg likes both. Greg is an in-betweener. He loves DJI and he likes open source. I
love everything.
Everything. That's how it should be, except I don't like proprietary based systems.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
What?
I said I don't blame you at all.
Dude, I have not even been paying attention to the comments. I am sorry, guys. I've been in my own little world here, ranting. Just ranting it up here.
Most saying hello to everybody else.
And yeah, Captain Cook.
Yep.
What's up? Cliff P. HCD. What's going on? Quads and Mods. Up, Cap. John C. Eric Harris. Long time no see, brother. Gianni G. Kaz. Not too many other people popped in. Say no to Zino. Okay, so we're just getting some very basic stuff. You guys know how I do things. I barely stop for the comment section. just keep moving forward.
Dan gets on a roll. He's on a roll. He can't sit down.
Can't shut down, man. It's go, bro. All right, so what is in the future of Greg? Where are you going, sir? What is going on with your channel? What are you aspiring to do? Where is Greg going from here?
I don't have any defined plans. You know, I still have my camera birds. I've been getting into FPV. I purposely went out today and flew the Typhoon H to get some footage just to keep interest with my camera birds. But then, right after that, I went and flew it at the park down the street. It's about 2 miles down the street. Flew my Hawk 5, flew my my Bangarang, and flew my little XJB 145, and had a blast doing it. There were 3 other guys there, surprisingly, at Nob Hills Park.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of cool seeing, just trading information. There's one guy in for Bliss is his channel, and he does pretty good. He does some reviews. He does a lot of flying. I mean, he puts all of his stuff in a pull cart. That's how much stuff he has that he brings to his little flying session. And he takes out. He's got the chair with the canopy umbrella over it. He's got a table, and he's probably got like 75 batteries.
Oh my gosh!
In 6 different quads. It's pretty amazing. But all the stuff I have is bind and fly, except when I took the guts from the Dark Max and I put it on the Bangarang frame. Mm-hmm. So I'm in pretty good shape now. I've got 3 of them. I think they're going to last me a while. So maybe after the first of the year, I might look at doing a custom build. Buying a frame, picking motors, picking a stack.
Right.
Either individual ESCs or a 4-in-1 with a PDB and a separate flight controller, separate VTX, another FPV camera, all that stuff, and maybe try to put one together.
Heck yeah, man!
That would be the next step for me. In
the evolution of Greg. That's the next.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you get your Tyro 99 yet?
I knew you were going to ask about that. So I did order it. It was supposed to be like 15 days, and I feel like we're over that now. So I think it's time I get back with. I think I purchased it at Banggood.
Yeah, because Banggood sells the Tyro 99.
Yeah, so I think I got to get back with them because Andrew is waiting to help me put it together and do the first build and start explaining a lot of. For those of you guys who don't know, I am big into FPV as well as GPS, but this is my first real build. Mm-hmm. So I don't really understand I can fly acro and air mode and all that fun jazz and understand beta flight, but I've never really built one. So this is me jumping into that build world now and starting to understand the concept of builds. But so Andrew and me were going to do it Monday because it was supposed to be here, I think, yesterday or today, and it didn't arrive. So now it looks like Monday, instead of flying the Tyro, we're going to be taking the airplane out, and he's going to be doing power loops around it with my GoPro on his drone, and I'm going to be flying the airplane, and he's going to be trying to mess with me.
He's going to be chasing you. That's very cool.
Right. Right. So it should be pretty cool footage, man, because I'm strapping a small 1080 camera. I got the SQ8 1080 that we're going to stick on the front of the, well, I got to find the CG for center of gravity, but we're going to stick the little SQ8 on the front of the plane. You'll probably see the prop, and then we're going to cruise it around. He's going to be doing circles and all sorts of wild, if I can even fly. I have a feeling it's just going to, but hey, you never know, man. I got a brand new battery for it. It's ready to go. It's hooked to the Spectrum, and if I'm anything good at it, I may actually want to stick an FPV camera on it and see what happens.
Have you ever flown fixed wing before?
No. I'm trying everything for you guys, man, live. I'm going to bust up a $220 airplane for you.
Or not.
I hope not.
Or not.
I hope it survives this, man. It's made of foam. I don't understand why they make these things out of foam. Yeah, one good crash I think would do it in.
Yeah, probably keep the weight down so the motor doesn't have to be ridiculous size.
Yeah, well, true. The other thing I noticed is that it's not brushless. It's brushed. It's like a 540 brushed motor, I think. It's definitely got some power because I turned up the power on it and it moved my hand, but I would have thought they would have gone with brushless instead of brush. So maybe there's a conversion kit for it to make it go faster or something later on. I don't know, man.
Swap out the motor at least.
What's that?
Swap out the motor at least to go to a brush.
Yeah. Something with a little more punch under it. I will tell you this. It's got trainer mode. It's got sensors on it or something that knows when you're leaning or banking too hard, and it takes you out of that bank in case it thinks you're going to crash. And so it's got a bunch of fun stuff, man. Apparently it was a pretty decent, airplane 4 years ago.
Okay.
Technology changes so quickly, and it's probably sucks by now. Some little kid's like, I got something better, in the comment section, like, oh, all right, you little turd, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So we're gonna do that, and tomorrow, you know what we're doing tomorrow?
Going a deep dive.
We're diving, man, but we're putting head-to-head challenge, man. We're going gladius versus five fish, and I can already tell you which one's gonna lose, just because I just know. I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but they're pretty close to the same price range. This is like $1,800, and the gladius is like $2,100 for the pro.
Wow.
So pretty closely matched on specs, but there's some stuff I've noticed that I'm not too happy about. So, yeah, should be fun. Now, Greg, you need to get a boat so you can take me out to the Blackthorn shipwreck.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, brother.
No, yeah. I'm not gonna buy a boat just for the day, bro.
Unless we just rent one.
Seeing them down for doing that. Yeah. So there's a guy named Captain Kelly that I met out doing a YouTube video. Remember the 5S battery on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
While I was doing that video, Captain Kelly said he takes people out all day on his pontoon boat for like $150. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So if you set that up with 3 different people, each person pays $50, then you could just take the pontoon boat out all day with this dude, and he'll take you anywhere you want to go all day. I guess it gives you like 8 hours of rental for like $150.
Wow, that's a long day.
Yeah, thought that was a pretty good deal. So we may actually take him up on that and see if he can take us out to some of the clear areas. And I don't know if I want to be out on a pontoon boat in the middle of the ocean, but
well, you're going to Honeymoon Island, right? Honeymoon
Island, yeah.
I've been there. There's manatees there. You might spot some manatees. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I bet they would. They're sea cows. They're giant sea cows. I bet they would interact with both drones if I can get them out there.
Sure.
You were supposed to be there to operate one of these, man.
Sorry, man. Couldn't make it.
Sucks, bro.
I know.
Sucks, man. I tried. Can't say I didn't try.
I know you did. It's a long drive for me.
Hey, Mel. Crystal. What's up, guys?
Hi, Crystal. Thank you, honey.
Good. Thanks, sir. Doing great. Okay. $1,800. Damn, you're rich at Drone Worship. Oh, no. Please understand. I didn't buy this. This is probably Dustin Danil was probably the last one to touch this thing. I would assume, because he just had this 3 months ago, and I've had this for close to 2 months now, and I'm just now getting a chance to review it. They sent it back to Dustin twice, so I'm assuming this might actually be the one that came from Dustin Danil's channel. And when I'm done with it, apparently I got to send it to the next person. The only one I get to keep is the Gladius, which I didn't pay for either, because obviously we worked a major deal out with that for those guys. But mine came broken. If you remember that, Greg, I had to refocus the camera. That thing was down for months until finally I just took the initiative because they weren't giving me any details on how to do it, and I just tore it apart myself and fixed it. So
there was a problem with the cable reel, right? The cable that was on the reel, something like that?
No, well, the first one that had a problem was the first Gladius I received, I think, took on water. That might have been my fault because I think, but I didn't tell him that. Shh. I didn't tell him that.
Oh, but you tell him now.
It might have been my fault, bro. Because after I read the directions, it was like, and don't put this in a pool because the chlorine will eat away at the seals. And I was like, don't put it in a pool. I immediately took it out the next day and shoved it in my pool. I was like, and then halfway through the pool thing, it started like having issues. It was like I was like smacking it. I thought it was overheating. I'm like, what is wrong with this? And then after that, it never worked again. So we sent that back, and they sent me that other one, which came with a blurry camera. So unless you were like 2 feet in front of it, you couldn't see anything. So I had to fix that one myself. So hopefully I've learned about pools and out of focus cameras by now. And these underwater ROVs are super expensive, so don't break them doing stupid stuff like me.
Sure. Yeah.
But I took a chance. I fixed it myself, and then I made a video, and then they were really mad about the video because they wanted nobody to make a video on how to solve their problems. They want you to send it in. So then Chasing Innovation was like, why did you make that video? Why are you showing everybody how to fix it? I'm like, it's going to happen at some point, man. If I don't make the video, somebody else is going to.
Sure.
So, yeah. That's pretty much what happened. So chasing innovation, it might be a little upset with me right now. But hey, look, I told him I'll fix it, and then we'll do the review. And now I can start making videos with it and actually having some fun. If I can ever get away from doing 7 days a week, we'll start taking it out a lot more. So I did set something up at the Tampa Aquarium, and
very cool.
Yes, and I think they have some very cool fish. And I think my deal with them was I won't get close to the glass. I won't, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'll steer clear of all the plants and all that, but you know, I think they were okay with me putting it in the tank because they do diving there too. They have tank inspection, and so my whole thing was to go there and show them tank inspection, like how you could use this to go down, and instead of sending a diver down every time you wanted to do something, you could just throw this thing in the water and go down and check out what you need to and come back up. Yep. You know, so I think that was the only way they were going to let me into the tank is if I showed them this cool device.
There you go.
You know, and give them an opportunity to play with it a little bit. So told them I had to fix it first. I'm sure they want it now. But hey, you know, the company should have just solved the problem. They didn't. So Dan took it upon himself to do it. So yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah. Swoosh. Saw that basket, half court shot. Boom.
So let me ask you this. Speaking of sponsorships, do you have any other products coming up that you're going to be telling us all about and showing us?
No, just the 5 fish right now. And then the Tyro and that Super Cub and the Amaway goggles. We just got those. Have you seen those?
Okay.
The Commander ones or whatever they are.
Those are supposed to be pretty decent.
Yeah, man. We got the Amaway Commanders that we hooked the 2S up to today, and we haven't really been playing with them too much. I can't say that. I immediately took them out and started plugging things in, like, ooh, what did it do? You know, but
see, the one benefit that has over Fat Shark is that comes with diversity built in.
Yes.
You have to buy the diversity module for Fat Sharks.
Right.
Which I still have to get.
So I have that. I got the Fat Sharks. Other than that, man, pretty basic stuff right now. As you know, dude, I've been spending a ton of money on my car, so I really haven't had a chance to buy new products. And I'm so skittish of the drone market and what's happening right now that I'm kind of just like, should I buy another drone?
Fill out a whole bunch of money.
Yeah. Right, and I just don't want to pee away a bunch more money. But, you know, at one point I was considering a Spark because I wanted something travel ready, and it does run on Wi-Fi and, you know, something around those lines, even though I love the Parrot Bebop 2. I got 2 of them now, and these things are fantastic. I want something a little more travel friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think the only thing that really falls in that decent category is the Spark, you know. So I you know, even though I don't like DJI that much, I'm probably going to Spark it something. Christmas is around the corner.
Yeah, well, look out for your Black Friday sales because I bet they're going to be. Spark will be, I'm sure, a big item on a sale this year. I bet. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
I'm sure it would too. So yeah, man, that's pretty much what's going on right now, bro. Just I don't know. I haven't had too much opportunity to do a lot of stuff lately because of my work schedule. So it's
is that still the same? You still doing 7 days a week, or is it
still doing 7? I had to request this day off just because Chloe from Chloe from QC, the 5 fish company, was getting on my case, man. I was telling her, like, look, man, it was a hurricane. Now it's Red Sea, then another hurricane, then Red Sea. What do you want me to do? Wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there and die? Come on. I'm not, no, that's not happening. So she's been working with me on how long I've had this thing, because it's been like 2 months, 3 months, almost. I think I've had this thing almost 3 months now. I finally unboxed it the other day after the move and all that stuff. It's been chilling at my parents' house. I had to go pick it up. I mean, I've had this thing for a while now, and we're just now getting to the point where I think we're going to be able to do the review. Probably going to be some dead fish in my video because of Red Sea, and I apologize for that, but there may not be too much lively things going on, like, ooh, a dead fish. Like, that'll just be the best video ever, I'm sure, for the marketing campaign.
I think by this time of year, though, the red tide starts to subside. It's more an August and September thing when the water's at the hottest.
Right.
So hopefully it's not an issue for you. You'll see tomorrow. I hope you get some manatees, though, man. I really do. I think that would be very cool if you got some manatee footage.
Dude, I would love some dolphins to play with it. How cool would that be if they just beat the crap out of it while it's in the water? That would just be epic. I'd be like, dude, you have got to see this screen footage I have of these dolphins beating the living dog crap out of your five fish.
Yeah.
I think they thought it was a volleyball or something. They were throwing it back and forth. I was so entertained, I didn't even yell at them. I was like, wow. Oh, wow.
Too much.
Here's the parts. I'm sorry. No. John says, I love my Breeze for $149.99. I'm not too much of a fan of the Breeze just because it has a range cap on its limited height too. I believe it doesn't go very high. Has anybody figured out how to get around that yet? Because if they have, I might consider it. But if it only goes like, I don't know, 30, 40 meters high, I'm not interested. I want something. Yeah, I'm not. I'm sure that's great for simple stuff. But, I mean, I want something that's going to be able to do a good job at what I need it to do when I need it to do it. So, yeah. Let's see. Get some shots of Flipper at Drone Worship. I'll do my best, man. Ooh, maybe we should do that. What's that a dolphin that had the tail screwed up and they made a movie about him? You know what I'm saying? They made like a fake tail for the dolphin. What's happening? He's here in Florida somewhere. He's not even that far. It's like Clearwater. Gosh, what was the name of that movie? Morgan Freeman was in it, I think, and some other people. Bob said, no Breeze. I don't think they have it. Yeah, that's what I thought, John. I'm going to avoid it. God, what is the name of that movie? I get mad now. I get mad. Babe. What's the name of the dolphin that had his tail and they had to build a prosthetic and things?
Dolphin tail.
Oh, imagine that. Dolphin tail.
Tale.
Okay. But that's here in Florida, right? We're going to have to go visit that dolphin. Okay.
Yeah. Put the Gladius in the water next to him, see if he treats it like a yellow volleyball.
I'm so down, dude. You have no idea. It would so be worth it. Like,
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You just went crazy.
You just went crazy. Do you remember the video where the alligator ate my boat? I wasn't even mad. I was like, oh,
epic footage.
Special. It's just an alligator just ate my boat. I'm not even mad. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it back, so that was good. 'Twas good. Well, Greg, I think I'm out of topics, man. You got anything you want to talk about? We didn't really plan.
No.
I just had some simple stuff to go over and kind of talk about what the plans were. Do you have anything? No?
Not really. I think we covered a pretty good amount of topics.
Yeah. I'm not the one that likes to sit here and just, you know. Right. It turns into a circus show. That's not me. I like to, okay, there's nothing to talk about. Okay, goodbye. Keep it simple. A dolphin with a fake tail. Let's call them.
Dolphin tail. Brilliant.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was saying it the whole time. I was like, what's the thing with the dolphin tail and the thing? Yeah. Oh, Mel's gone. Yeah, man. Free Willoo. I don't know if that's the thing's got to have a name. I don't know what the dolphin's name is. Can't just be dolphin tail. Like, that's dolphin tail. Like, look up Clearwater Aquariums. Okay. Apparently it's Clearwater Aquarium. So I guess we can go see this dolphin for real.
There you go. Okay. Winter.
We don't have winter in Florida.
No. Bill Thomas says, I think he's saying that the dolphin's name is Winter.
Oh, wow. I'm just missing everything tonight.
Yep.
I need sleep, apparently. Yeah. Or caffeine. Where's that IBM drone when you need him?
Yeah, right? Weren't we just talking about that?
Yeah. Hey, drone, can't you see my eyes are dilated? I got 10 of them behind me. You guys are slacking on the job, man. All right, well, I'm calling it, man.
There's a meme. Okay, but the one thing real quick. There's a meme going around Facebook. You know, it's like the split picture. The old picture is like 1960s, and it says, "You got to be careful what you say, so the government doesn't wiretap your phone. You got to be careful what you say on the phone." And then the 2018 picture below it says, "Hey, wiretap, what's a good recipe for pancakes?"
Dude, that's so true, man. That is so true. Oh God, you remember the Cold War times and stuff? Holy crap!
You have an Amazon Echo?
Huh?
Do you have one of those? An Amazon Echo?
Yeah, not here. I have Cortana on my Windows 10, but I got rid of Windows 10, so we currently do not have any devices in this house that I can ask, except for R2D2, but his batteries are not currently in. So
there is no way I'll ever put an Echo in my house.
No?
They've shown that the thing listens to you even when you don't use it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of has to because it's waiting for you to say the words, but I do get what you're saying. I bought my parents an Echo Dot, and my dad is so thoroughly entertained by it that I don't think he'll ever get rid of it now. He's having way too much fun. He walks in and goes, "Hey, what's her name again?" You know, and he always forgets the stupid thing's name. And then when he finally gets it, he's like, "Hey, blah, blah. What sound does a tiger make?" You know, and it's like, "Rawr." And he's like, hear that, Bentley? That's a tiger, you know? And the dog's like, "I don't care." What? Like, my dad is so thoroughly entertained by this thing. So,
dogs are like,
yeah, what?
I love it.
But no, so now he uses it for everything. He's like, he'll come in the room and he'll be like, "Hey, what's her name again? Dan, what's her name again?" I'm like, "Alexa." "Oh, that's right, Lexa." And she doesn't respond to Lexa. You actually have to emphasize on the right. So he's like, "It's not working," and I'm like, "No, it's Alexa." He goes, "That's what I'm saying." I'm like, "No, come on, man," you know. So, but he always like walks in now and he does the, you know, plays his favorite radio station, or he goes to cook something. He's like, "Lexa, start a timer," you know. "The stupid thing's not working." But then when he does get it to work, he's so impressed by it. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen.
Oh man, too funny.
So, big brother's listening. My Echo hears only football games. Dad Random in the house. What's up, man? All right, well, I'm calling it, Greg, because we've pushing the last 10 minutes of an hour, and we've kind of run out of topics here.
An hour is a good long enough time.
Yeah, simple show tonight. We're kind of just like talking now, so you know, the boredom engages at this point.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right, guys, stop saying Alexa. My Alexa's hearing you.
Alexa.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, we hopefully we'll have a little more for you guys next time we decide to do this, which hopefully is next Saturday if you're up for it, Greg.
Yeah, definitely.
I will work on getting Kelly in here because I mean we had such a short show really because all the people I had planned that were going to do this with us that I had already set up a show for that I'd kind of written out stuff, decided to back out. And I get it. You have family, you have things you have to do. You can't always, drop the hat and, do what I want you to do, Greg. But, it happens. I get it. It happens. So, well, hopefully I'll talk to Kelly again and see if he's up for doing this Saturday show. Okay. And Dustin, I have a feeling is going to be busy for quite some time. So maybe I just need to set him a true date. I think that's what we need to do. We need to give him like an actual, like, hey, next month at this time, you know what I'm saying? Please do your best to make yourself available. And I think that's the only way we're going to get Dustin on here is just because the guy's so friggin' busy all the time. I think that we actually just need to commit to that. And that's how that's going to happen. Really friendly guy, but very busy. So and Kelly, I think, is a little easier to work with. But we'll work on it. So sorry we didn't have too much of a show tonight, but it's all good, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being supportive. If you haven't subscribed to Mr. Greg's Whirlybirds YouTube channel, make sure you do that. Kevin Greco is a very knowledgeable individual and a lot of fun, man. He does a lot of fun stuff. Very knowledgeable about the solo as well. Now he's getting into the FPV scene, so a lot should be coming from this guy. So go ahead and finish out, man, and then I'll shut it down.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies. I enjoyed every minute of it.
All right, guys. Drone worship from somewhere in Tampa, Florida. Oh, no, town. Where are we? Town and country. Oh, I got to stop saying Tampa. Okay, somewhere from TC. Tudaroo?
Tudaroo?